one and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Colts have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the...
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And 11.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent pickup at 34 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one goes for 36 yards.
At the 11-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his rookie Cole Kmet that time, and now it's third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the.
So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
They run with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Colts 35, Bears 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears take over first and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will bring it back. An interception return return for a Colts TD. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Colts 42, Bears 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
That is caught by Cohen, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And a Colts 1st down.
They'll run with Taylor. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They run the counter. Hines. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
But depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And some room to work. 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Trubisky will throw. The quick slant caught. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's Trubisky. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing here, Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
42.